Hi everyone, Niamh here, and today we're gonna do a little summer solstice sort of celebration. And yeah, with these Sabbath videos that I've been doing this year, they've kind of been not very planned, just doing them as I do them. And yeah, so I didn't have plans for this before I started this, and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something having to do with the Irish goddess Anya, which is who I tend to honor on the summer solstice. I do focus a bit on the good people, the Irish good people, the Dita Ma. I tend to focus on that during the summer solstice. And yeah, so what I have here, which you can't quite see yet on the camera, but is an array of some herbs. And I have a chalice here filled with water that I am going to have as an offering to the good people. I have a tarot deck. I like to use the Gromolkin's tarot for Anya, so I have that out to do a tarot reading, which I'll mostly keep to myself, but I'll film some of me doing it. That's what I tend to do with these Sabbath videos, is they're not really teaching. It's kind of you're coming along with me as I celebrate the holidays. And yeah, so I also have some Ogham staves out here to add onto my tarot reading. I have a yellow candle that I use to honor the goddess Anya. I have a little pink candle that I use for any work with the Fae. I have that out. I also have some oil here called the Fae Song. This came in a subscription box, the Witch's Moon. So I have some of that here too. I have so some of my ritual items. I have a this is a selenite athame that I got in the Witch's Moon, and I keep this on my altar for the good people, and it tends to be the ritual athame that I use for that purpose only. And part of the reason is I don't like to have items that are metal on my my altar for the good people. I like to stick to very natural, well, metal can be natural, but I tend to stick with either wood, stones, like this chalice is actually made out of a crystal, and or yeah, stuff like that, stones or wood. This is the wand that I keep on my fairy altar. Now this is I actually forget the wood that this is, but this was a wand that was given to us when my husband and I got married in 2003. So this was a bit of a wedding gift, and there used to be something tied to it. There isn't anymore, but it is it's honestly just a stick. It really is. It's just a stick, but it's been a very treasured part of my spiritual practice, and I keep it on my fairy altar. So this is the wand that I use for that. Yeah, I also have this little stone box that actually has a bear claw on it. And I didn't really use it for anything before, but I thought maybe I could use it for an offering to the good people, to put on the good people altar. So yeah. Now for the herbs and stuff, I just went through all of my herbs that I have from the Witch's Moon and things like that. And I picked out what made the most sense as offerings for the good people. So I have, this is called Druid Vision, and it's basically just jasmine. That's what I think it is, jasmine. We have elf leaf, and I'm pretty sure that is just lavender. I have blessed thistle here. I have these two, these are elemental herb blends that came from the Witch's Moon. One is called the Grove of Gnomes, and one is called Sylph Spirit. and I just wanted to add those in there. I have Lady Elthorn seeds, which are just elderberry seeds. And finally I have, this is just birchwood. So it says beh on there, which is the Irish word for birch. So there we go. So that's the herbs that I have for this. Oh, I also have some, this is specialty rice. It's a rice blend that has, it's for psychic psychic powers, things like that, psychic development, etc. And I don't use it a lot, but I knew I wanted to have some rice in here because I don't want to use salt in regards to the good people. So any offering that I give to the good people, I do not want to use salt. I do have salt in the Anya candle here, but yeah, there will be no salt in the container for the good people. But I do want to add the rice instead. So there we go. I think that's all the items I have here. Oh, I don't have an incense. I have an incense holder, but I haven't grabbed an incense, so let me go grab one. Okay, I dug through my incense a little bit, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to grab, but I have a jar of like mystery incense, so I decided to do that, and I just grabbed some mystery incense. Not sure what this is, but we've got some incense. All right, so I got that in there now. For the summer solstice, because I'm actually a little bit late on this, I'm doing this on the 23rd, I think. Yeah, today's the 23rd. So this video should go up tomorrow on the 24th. Yeah, we had a very busy weekend. So our summer solstice celebration, we actually went out whale watching, and I will share some video of the whales that we saw, and they were very beautiful. And yeah, I'll kind of intersperse some of that video throughout the video, I think, or throughout this video, I think. Yeah, so, and I don't have a lot of footage because I didn't actually record very much. I took a few pictures, family pictures and stuff, but I didn't really take pictures of the whales or take video of the whales. So I kind of relied on other people in my party who did that, and they sent me what they took, but there really wasn't very much footage. So, yeah, but I think we were mostly just enjoying the lived experience there, and instead of worrying about capturing it all on video. So it was very in the moment, which is how it should be. So but I do have a little bit of footage of the whales. They had one moment, the whales, that they did something extra special. They kind of did a feeding thing like that, and no one got that on camera. And I actually had just looked down just as that happened, and the announcer guy that was doing the tour went, oh my gosh, and I look up and I got the end of it. But I guess it was very exciting to see that I sort of missed it a little bit, but that's okay. And also I wanted to mention that I pulled out one of the books by Morgan Daimler, and I have this one here, Fairycraft, Following the Path of Fairy Witchcraft. And I wanted to, during this ritual, during the little ritual that I do, and the reading that the accompanying reading, I wanted to say out loud the blessing, the summer solstice blessing that's in this book. So yeah, highly recommend their work. Morgan Daimler is a really awesome author. Very, very knowledgeable on Irish paganism and fairy witchcraft, etc. So, and they have their own kind of system that sort of blends Irish paganism with some traditional witchcraft, and I mean, there is the 8 Sabbaths in here, so there is a little bit of a Wiccan slant to it, but not really. It's kind of its own thing, and but it is based on their own personal experiences, their own gnosis, plus their vast knowledge of Irish paganism and Irish witchcraft, work with the good people, etc. So I highly recommend their work, and yeah, so I will read just a little snippet from that, just a blessing during the course of this. So let's get started. Okay, so we have everything here. I'm going to set the herbs off to the side. Here we go. And let me get the lighter. Okay, I'm going to start off by lighting the incense and just letting this energy clearing the space here. Try to get into the mindset of the summer solstice. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to light the candle. Fairy Queen, Goddess, I ask you to join this ritual with me in honor of the summer solstice and in honor of you. Welcome to my space. Midsummer has arrived again, a night of mischief merry, when the woods are filled with spirits earthly and airy, when much magic is afoot, and the fair folk do abound, riding out on fine horses, traveling from elfin mound. May we join in the celebration on this the shortest night, and may no harm come to us as we dance beneath starlight. Now I am going to offer a gift to the Dinama, Nadinama. I offer this rice, this psychic rice that includes herbs and gemstones, to the good people. right, so I just put together this little bowl here for the good people, and I thought to myself that this would make a good little candle holder. And this candle that is no longer in frame now, but the candle I had for the good people here, this pink one, let me see if it's in frame now. Yeah, there we go. This one is almost out actually because it was a tiny candle, so I am going to dedicate this purple candle that's actually kind of sparkly. There's some sparkle in this. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. Yeah, there's some sparkle on it. I'm going to dedicate this one to the good people, and I am going to put it inside this container here. So I'm just going to move some of the ingredients aside for a little bit and put this in there and light it. So here we go. I've just kind of laid out the cards right now. I've done a mental sort of note on what it might mean to me, but I did also write down which cards I got so that I can come back to it and mull over my reading for a while. I did think it was funny that for what truly fulfills me, I got the 10 of Cups. Not sure if you guys can see it. Yeah, the lighting. There we go. 10 of Cups. Oh, no, I'm out of frame like that. There we go. 10 of Cups. I don't want to light this on fire. Yeah, so I thought that's a pretty good card for that position there. And then I did notice that I got the 3 of Swords for what is expanding, and then we have the 3 of Swords, which is sort of, a lot of people sort of think of it as like the heartbreak card, but 3 is a number of growth and expansion, so that's really where my mind went. It's an expansion of the mind, and how I kind of interpret that for the 3 of Swords, because a lot of people think of it as a heartbreak, but it's a suit of swords, which is the suit of the mind. I sort of see the 3 of Swords as an imbalance between heart and mind, and it's kind of an expansion of the mind, which is sort of expanding away from the heart, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I think of it, which isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Like, I don't always see the 3 of Swords as a negative card. It is a card of growth. It's just very specifically the growth of the mind, which can bring one separated from their feelings. And it is interesting that I started off the reading, the Ace of Cups, as what has, what was the wording of that? I have it right here. The wording of the first one was, what new opportunities have emerged over the spring? And I got the Ace of Cups, which is an overwhelm of this is a lot of emotion, and then what's expanding is, I actually see this kind of positively. There's a lot of emotional energy that was brought about in the spring, and the 3 of Swords in this particular reading I'm not actually seeing as a negative thing. I'm seeing it as the expansion of the mind, which is kind of tempering, which I got Temperance here for the card in between, tempering some emotions. That's kind of how I read that. So the Temperance card was actually, how can I bring my current projects to fruition? So we got to temper that temper the emotions about something, and then from that I can take a more logical approach. And then for the fourth card was what blessings am I receiving, and that's the King of Swords. And I mean, I feel like that's a the culmination of this expanded mind. The King is the highest card in the sword suit, and what we're seeing is an expansion of the mind here, a growth of the mind, and a tempering of emotions. And then blessings we're receiving is, I see this as a bit of a positive of that. It's kind of the fruition of that. And then, as I mentioned, the Ten of Cups was what truly fulfills me, and obviously that we're coming back to that Cups energy, but it is the Ten of Cups, so it's that a true fulfillment, and it's kind of perfect for the fulfillment space here. And then finally, I liked ending here on this last card. The last card, I changed, the spread that I used is from, it was from Biddy Tarot. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, nice Summer Solstice spread. I'll add that to my collection, and I liked the prompts, so that's what I went ahead and did. And also I like that it's in the shape of sun, a circle, so that worked. But I did change the last prompt. I think the original prompt was, how can I shine my light in the world? And I actually changed that to a message from Anya. So I am mostly going to keep that a little bit private here, but I will say that the Queen of Wands is my significator. So I thought that was nice to receive my significator card for the message from Anya. So I see that as a pretty positive sort of omen, I guess, or a positive sign. So that is my reading there. Now I am going to kind of close everything off. I'm going to leave my, actually I forgot. I'm going to take a deep breath, and then I'm going to do a quick stir of the Ogham. And I'm looking away, and I'm just gonna grab a few and kind of toss them on the cards and see what we get. All right, right here in the center, we have this one here. This one was turned upside down, so I'm gonna put that back. And then we have an Ogham on the Queen of Wands. All right, so if I remember, I will put the name of these Ogham on the screen, but otherwise I'm just going to leave them here. This one landed right here in the middle, which I quite like. So I got 2 Ogham for this reading. I will record these in my journal. All right, so this candle is almost out. I'm going to let it keep burning out, and I'm going to grab my candle snuffer so I can say farewell to Anya. Summer Solstice ritual and reading. The reading itself was mostly for me, but I did kind of go over it a little bit though, so I really enjoy this cat tarot with Anya. Yes, and I also really recommend any book by Morgan Daimler, but if you're interested in having a fairy-focused witchcraft path. Oh, sorry about my dog there. If you're interested in a fairy witchcraft path, definitely check out, any of Morgan Daimler's work, but especially this fairy craft. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera now since my dog is deciding to start to bark now. So, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye!